Hey everybody, it's Abby. It's been a minute since I've done a solo episode, so I thought it was time. I'm really excited about the episode today. It's one that I worked on, did several different versions of, and I think I've landed on something that feels good for myself and my team, and hopefully for you. So let's get started. You're listening to Business from Scratch, the podcast for people building businesses they love without losing themselves along the way. I'm your host, Abby McGee. Let's get started. I'm going to start with a little confession. I'm not someone who has historically sat down in December or January and beautifully planned out my entire year. I've never had a color-coded spreadsheet, even though I was told I needed one. I've never done one of those CEO retreats in the mountains with a stack of sticky notes. I've never had a 12-month financial map broken down into elegant charts. Most years, I've just started and I've figured it out as I went with determination and a whole lot of just figuring it out as I went. But this year, something in me said, enough. I want to do this differently. I want to plan with intention. I want to create a year that feels aligned and not chaotic. And let me just say that this is as much for my team as it is for me. I have watched them this year as my business has just exploded, get to a place where they are near burnout. They are not feeling great. They're not looking great. They're not enjoying themselves as much as I want them to. So we're going to make some changes. I want my team to feel supported, not confused. I want my business to grow in a way that feels sustainable. And I want rest built into that growth on purpose. So no, I'm not speaking to you today from a place of mastery. I'm speaking as someone who is actively becoming the version of herself who plans like a CEO, slowly, intentionally, and imperfectly. This episode is the story of that shift and the process I'm using to create what I hope is my most grounded year ever. A few months ago, I was standing in my kitchen. I was staring at the calendar on my phone, and it just felt overwhelming. Life was really loud. The list was really long, and everything felt like it was happening at me instead of with me. It wasn't that things were bad. The businesses were running. My team was doing amazing work. Customers were really happy. My kids were healthy. But I felt like I was behind the scenes every day, sprinting just to keep the gears turning and not leading, not visioning, and not planning ahead. And in that moment, still in the middle of the kitchen, surrounded by the stacks of mail, the dishes in the sink, and the laundry piled on the kitchen table, this thought hit me. I don't want another year where I'm just trying to get through the week. I want a year where I feel ahead, where I feel clear, grounded, and supported. That was the moment I realized something had to change, not in my business, but in how I was showing up for it. So this year, I'm doing something brand new. I'm planning my year intentionally. I'm stepping into this slow, thoughtful version of leadership, and I'm inviting you into that process with me. This is the part I've avoided for years, the personal reflection part. It's not fun. The honest pause, the CEO check in with myself. But here's what I'm learning. Before you can plan for your business, you have to understand the person who is running it. So here's what my new, still imperfect planning looks like. Number one, I'm asking myself what season I'm in. Not every year needs to be a push year. Not every year is a growth year. Some years are healing years. Some are stabilizing. Some are creative years. And some just need to be quiet. This year, I'm in a season of building steady foundations, not rushed, not frantic, just steady. Number two, I'm asking how I want this year to feel, not what I want to achieve, but what I want it to feel like. For me, this year, I want more simplicity, more clarity, more confident decision making, more calm, more presence with my kids, more grounded leadership. This alone is changing everything about how I plan. Number three, I'm asking what I need more of, and maybe most importantly, less of. More structure, more team clarity, more systems, more rest, less chaos, less rushing, less carrying these things alone. That awareness is shaping every decision I'm going to make in this new year. Another thing I'm shifting this year is actually involving my team in the planning process. I've always had a team I adore. I mean, I love them, but I haven't always slowed down long enough to have the deep conversations that planning a year really needs. So this year, we're sitting down together, not with a formal agenda, but with real human questions. Questions like, what worked last year? What felt heavy? Where did things break down? What do we want this team to feel like this next year? What needs clarity? What can we stop doing altogether? And I have some ideas about this, but I cannot wait to hear what they say. And what would make our work not just productive, but meaningful? I'm learning that the business doesn't need me to have all the answers. It needs me to create the space where answers can emerge. And to be honest, I'm really excited and a little nervous to hear their perspectives. It feels collaborative, it feels healthy, it feels like leadership growing up. Hey, really quick, if you've ever thought about starting a podcast, you need to hear this. I could have tried to do this on my own, but I'm a business owner and I'm not trying to learn audio, video, editing, or any of that other stuff. Between my businesses, family, and everything else, it just wasn't going to be possible without serious help. The team at Unfilter handles everything: the planning, filming, guests, editing, clips, all of it. If you've been sitting on a podcast idea, don't. Go to unfilter.io and let Rich and his team bring it to life. This is also new for me, setting goals that actually match my life. In the past, I've set goals from a place of ambition or pressure or comparison. But this year, I'm choosing goals that feel possible and life giving. I'm choosing one revenue goal that feels healthy, one operational goal that will make everything easier, one customer experience goal that elevates how we serve, one team goal that strengthens communication or support, and one CEO goal that supports me as a human. This feels like a mature kind of ambition, the kind that builds momentum instead of burnout. Now, let's talk about KPIs. If you don't know what KPIs are, that just simply means key performance indicators. And I'll be honest, for years, I avoided this part entirely. KPIs felt like something corporate executives tracked in boardrooms with charts and laser pointers. I didn't think they were for me. But this year, I'm learning something different. KPIs don't have to be cold or intimidating. They're actually just tiny honesty markers, little pieces of information that help me understand what's really happening inside my business, not what I assume is happening. So instead of trying to become a spreadsheet person, which I'm not, I'm asking myself, what truths do I need to see so that I can lead better this year? And that question made everything click. I'm paying attention to revenue, but not in a stressful way, in a curious way. What's actually selling? Where is the energy? What do customers naturally gravitate towards? Then I'm looking at profit because profit tells a quieter truth. It shows whether something is working sustainably or whether it's quietly draining us behind the scenes. I'm paying attention to customer experience in a new way too. Not just, do people like us? But are they returning? Are they referring? Are we truly serving them in the way we want to? Operations are another truth teller. This year, I'm noticing where bottlenecks show up, what feels heavier than it should, and what breaks every time someone takes a day off. These operational patterns aren't failures, they're invitations. And then there's my team. I'm learning to pay attention to their energy, their workload, their time off, their stress cycles. Team well being is a KPI too, and honestly, maybe the most important one. And finally, this part is brand new for me. I'm tracking myself, not in a productive way, in an awareness way. How many hours did I work this week? How many days did I rest? How often did I feel grounded? How often did I feel reactive? Which tasks drain me? What tasks light me up? This is not me mastering KPIs, it's me beginning a relationship with them, letting them guide me gently, letting them bring clarity instead of criticism. This year, KPIs are not a corporate exercise. They are simply little flashlights helping me see the truth so I can make better, kinder decisions for myself, my team, and my customers. Now, this next part might be the biggest shift I'm making. I'm planning for rest with the same seriousness I plan for growth. I've never done that before. Rest was something that happened when everything fell apart, or when the kids got sick, or when the universe just freaking forced it. But this year, rest is going on the calendar first. I'm scheduling time off, mine and the team's. I'm building financial buffers around slow seasons. I'm creating systems that allow the business to keep moving even when I'm not the one moving it. And I'm choosing one growth focus per quarter, not 12, because sustainable growth requires sustainable humans. There's a version of me I can feel emerging this year, and I'm so excited and nervous. Not a perfect version, not a constantly organized, flawlessly executing version, a grounded version, a present and confident version. One who leads instead of chases, one who plans instead of reacts, and one who rests instead of breaks. We don't have to get it perfect. We just have to begin. So here's what I want you to do sometime this week. Take 60 minutes. Sit with yourself, make it cozy. Ask yourself, what do I want this year to feel like? What season am I in? What do I need more of and less of? Let that guide your planning, your goals, your rhythms, your decisions. This is the year of clarity and alignment and grounded leadership. And I'm right there with you, becoming one day at a time. Thanks for joining me on Business from Scratch. Follow the show for more honest conversations about building a business that works for you.